Hi guys, it's a good privilege to have you guys today again, and this is another day in the challenge, and it's been a nice ride. Currently we're the third day, I guess, yeah. Um, I've been thinking about this topic, the stewardship cycle, and how to be a good steward or good manager, and I have started by saying this thing actually it's intertwined into each other. Um, Management of resources, of time, of energy, of life, of money, and then value creation, and then growth also. These three things are kind of intertwined, and I feel personally that I might be going deeper into this aspect. And today I'm looking at it's actually been a part of fulfillment for everybody when we're able to identify that the life that we have right now is actually a life that we're expected to be stewards of it and to be good stewards of it. That means the life that we have, the time that we have, the money, the resources, the energy that we have, we need to be a good steward of them. That means we need to be a good manager of them because by being a good manager, then of course this is coming from the lesson the reference point of the parable of the Lord Jesus Christ in the book of in the Bible, where it states about the talent, the parable of the talent, where some were given some talents, and after a period of time, the master came back and the two of the servants did they doubled that and they were rewarded with more opportunities. So that this is actually coming stemming from that point of my study. And today I'm looking at the stewardship cycle. I'm trying to bring to make us to see everything that is in a cycle. That when we actually were able to manage our life, what we have been given, then there will be fulfillment for us as we continue to add value and as we are growing. So today, I want to start by saying that I've come to realize that true fulfillment in life comes when we use what we have been given consistently, even to consistently create and add value to people, places, and things around us. And it all starts with the ownership. We have all been given something in life, time, energy, money, skills. And to be a good steward, we must first recognize and take ownership of these resources. And then the question becomes, what will I do with what I have been given? So that's where the issue of okay, purpose. Why were we given these things? And it's not difficult for us to know that these things were not only for our own survival and personal gains, they are tools for us to create and to add value to people around us. So when we use our gift to build, improve, serve, and uplift others, we begin to walk in true purpose. That's the truth about purpose. And then there is a process to this, and that process is that being a good steward means we're using the resources that we have been given daily to create value, but it doesn't stop there. And this is the cycle. We create, we add value, we use what we have to bless others, and then we reflect. I'm going to go into all of this deeper one by one, each of them, and then we reflect. We evaluate on what we've done. Was it effective? Can it be improved? Because from the feedback, we know we can be able to identify the gaps where we fall short or what can be done. And then we acquire knowledge and skills to learn to be able to fill in that gap, that improvement gap that we've identified. Then we take actions. Now, if we reflect and we don't take actions, that's not growth. So after we have created an added value, we reflect, which we said is all human. God does that, and we humans has been done. When we do something, we try to look back. Did what I did, is it okay? Is it good? Like the last video that I did, and so also this. Is it okay? Is it nice? Where can I improve? So once we do that, we'll be able to identify that these are the gaps, these are the places we note them down for improvement. Then we kind of see, okay, what do I need to do to fill in that improvement gap? That's where you go to acquire the knowledge and skills. And so when we now carry out the actions, we apply what we have learned on trying to add value to people, then there is growth, and then growth and layers. And when we create and we repeat that action, we continue that cycle again and again, then there is real growth. And then there's fulfillment, and then there's reward. So we repeat, we continue the cycle, we grow stronger and effective each time. And so the examples are all around us. Vehicles are not the way they were. Every day, there is a research and development unit in almost all the big car companies on looking at how to improve the vehicles, current vehicles, best vehicles that are there. So I made the mention of the example of animation, cartoon characters on TV that has now become animated. That was not how it started, but there had been a reflection and improvement on a daily basis, acquisition of knowledge and skills to improve it. That is what we must commit ourselves to. And so true stewards also must commit to the process, whether there is visible or no reward. Anyway, you must have been sold out to it personally. So whether there is something that you are always already willing to do, whether there is reward attached to it or not. So the goal is just to add value consistently, whether it is daily or weekly or monthly or yearly. When you commit yourself, you're consistently builds credibility. So commitment is actually a key thing in this journey. And it's a journey for life. And so when we make a commitment, our consistency on it continues to build credibility and strength. And so you have all these skit guys, makers that are consistent in doing the skits, and they are being funny and they are entertaining people and people love them, and over time they have been consistent. So they don't do today and then next month, no. I've discovered also consistency is also another area that we're going to look at, how to be consistent, and it's so key to credibility and strength. And so when people already know that you are this, over time it builds that credibility and strength, and then the rewards become to come. So over time, faithful stewardship leads to new opportunities. So more doors will be open as you prove yourself with what you already have. Even if those opportunities don't come immediately, the growth you have undergone is already a reward, yes, itself. So personally, like I said, I've seen this. I've started creating this content on the YouTube and then sending it to you guys. So at the moment, there are not many views. There are no invitations for me to come out. But I know that if I remain consistent and I keep improving, opportunities will come because I'm adding value. So maybe not today, but in time. So my guys, no excuses. Let's start wherever we are. We don't need more time, energy, and all of that. We should start with what we have, where we are, and commit to using the gifts that God has given to us to add value to people around us. Even if you don't have any, look around today and just do what I call an emotional deposit into people's account today. Like if it is my wife, I say, madam, I like my wife, I love your dress today. That's an emotional deposit you have deposited into a bank account. That's another topic I need to write down. Deposits how to make deposits into people's accounts, not necessarily bank accounts. But when you are making emotional deposits into people, into your children's accounts, you're beautiful, you are not, you know that account is being filled up. You are not withdrawing. Of course, there are times that you withdraw. Maybe you got angry, there is a withdrawal from that account. But the more is in the account, the better the relationship. So I think it's something I will have to look at in the maybe one of the videos as I'm talking about deposit. So about adding value. So you look around people around you, the people you can add value to, things you can do to just add value. Right. Currently now I'm just looking for companies and I'm just adding value to companies, sending them some PowerPoint presentation that could be of advantage to them. So I should be able to determine that. So because I can do that, I have the skills and so in summary, we are all stewards of life and resources. Fulfillment comes from creating and adding value. Growth comes through reflection, acquisition of knowledge and skills, and then we carry out action. And success comes through consistency and commitment. So we look at all people around us. Sorry, I want to make this all these secular people, those skit makers, the pastors that are successful in our generation, they have been consistent over years, not 10, 20, 30 years. So So ask yourself today, what value am I hiding and with what I've been given? So once you commit to that, nothing can stop you. So thank you today. Thank you for joining me on this video, and thank you also for watching. I hope you subscribe to my YouTube page and then you share with others. All right. Thank you so much. Cheers, everybody.